These 18 actors are the poorest in Hollywood, and at number 18 are Spencer and Heidi Pratt. Heidi Blair Pratt is a U.S. television personality who became known on The Hills. Spencer Pratt met her at a nightclub in West Hollywood, and they hit it off. He was later hired for The Hills and married Heidi in 2009. The couple has participated in the U.S. version of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and the British version of Celebrity Big Brother. Right now, Spencer and Heidi Pratt have a net worth of about $300,000. That might sound like a decent amount, but their combined net worth used to be around $10 million, and they were making over $2 million a year when they were at the top of their game. The $10 million was wasted on $4,000 bottles of wine, shopping sprees, and Heidi's music career, which cost $2.5 million, with her album selling a pathetic 6,000 copies. Additionally, Spencer spent $1 million on special crystals, $1 million on designer clothes, while Heidi splurged $1 million on handbags and designer outfits, plus about $100,000 a month on hair and makeup and $200,000 during a marathon plastic surgery session. Make sure to stick around until the end to see the actress who went broke mainly by splurging her money on jewelry and private islands. If you thought Spencer and Heidi were poor, wait until you hear about the next actor, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more amazing videos. Aaron Carter is the younger brother of Nick from the Backstreet Boys and burst onto the scene in the late 90s, quickly establishing himself as a rapper, singer, and actor. Aaron Carter had a debut album that sold 1 million copies when he was just 9 years old. He has participated in several Broadway musicals and in Dancing with the Stars. He has multiple appearances on Nickelodeon and can be seen in movies like Fat Albert and Popstar. Carter amassed a fortune of $200 million before turning 18, but now he's left with just $400,000 from that amount. His parents had been pretty loose with money, and on his 18th birthday, he received $2 million when it should have been at least 10 times that amount. In 2013, he had less than $1,000 in the bank, and since then, he's been so desperate for fame and wealth that he fought Lamar Odom in a celebrity boxing match. Unlike the actress coming up, who had to redeem her bank account by posing for Playboy. Dennis Rodman. Yeah, Rodman is an actor, but he was in the NBA first, and his official biography praised him as possibly the best rebounding forward in NBA history. Born in 1961, Dennis Rodman stands out for both his unusual appearance and his controversies on and off the court. His nickname was the Worm, and he's a 5-time NBA champion who was named to the NBA's 75th anniversary team in 2021, alongside Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James. Aside from basketball, Rodman has worked as a professional wrestler, appeared in movies like Double Team, and according to Simon, he's had friends like Kim Jong-un. There are rumors that he's a CIA agent and that he made between $27 and $43 million in 2020, with $2 million throughout his basketball career. Rodman should have been set for life, but legal troubles and his business manager, Petty and Fulford, robbing him blind, reduced his fortune to $400,000. Later, the manager was sentenced to a decade in prison and ordered to pay back nearly $6 million to her various victims, including $1.2 million to Rodman. Teresa Giudice has 6 books to her name, several of which are cookbooks, and all of them are bestsellers. But it was her appearance on Real Housewives of New Jersey that made her famous, not her cooking skills or her writing talent. Born to Italian immigrants and known for her extravagance, she and her then-husband were tried for fraud in 2013, and the following year, she was sentenced to 15 months, while her ex-husband received 41 months before they were finally deported. His legal troubles and the debts he had to settle, over $10 million as of 2010, took a huge chunk out of his fortune. He's only got $500,000 left, but he's in the process of trying to multiply that. Lindsay Lohan, born in New York, started modeling at the age of 3. The Parent Trap, a box office hit in 1998, suddenly made her a very recognizable face, and her celebrity status was solidified with the release of Mean Girls. This last movie, however, contributed significantly to the paparazzi becoming obsessed with her, to the point of making her a staple of tabloid press, which covered in great detail her frequent nervous breakdowns, legal troubles, court appearances, and substance abuse issues. Although it's said that Lindsay Lohan made over $27 million from her movie roles, she spent a big chunk of that living extravagantly, and her legal and personal issues also took a toll on that fortune. In 2010, she was so broke that she posed for Playboy, and the following year, the IRS was so desperate to get the money she owed them that they took control of her bank accounts. Lindsay Lohan has been sealing deals lately and has a net worth of about $500,000. Stephen Baldwin is the younger brother of Alec Baldwin and has acted in movies like Born on the 4th of July, The Usual Suspects, and Trio, in addition to nearly more TV shows than you can count. And let's not forget to mention that his daughter has been married to Justin Bieber for the past few years. Stephen Baldwin is the poorest of the Baldwin brothers. Right now, his fortune is around $500,000, mainly due to some poor financial decisions, like acting during peak hours and not carefully choosing his movie roles. In 2009, his New York mansion had to be auctioned off after he fell behind on mortgage payments totaling $824,000, and in July of that year, he filed for bankruptcy claiming he owed $2.3 million to various entities, including the IRS. In 2013, Stephen pleaded guilty to not filing his tax returns for 2008, 2009, and 2010, and he was forced to cough up $300,000 or face some serious jail time. Gary Busey worked wonders in the Buddy Holly story and was rewarded with an Oscar nomination. More success and exposure came with roles in movies like He's Been a Star, Silver Bullet, Lethal Weapon, and Under Siege. In December 1988, Usain Gary suffered a serious motorcycle accident that permanently damaged his brain, and he soon developed a cocaine addiction. In 2008, he was so broke that he couldn't pay his rent and got evicted from his rental home in Malibu, and in 2012, he filed for bankruptcy in California, claiming he had up to $1 million in debts and less than $50,000 in assets. He's currently worth $500,000, and his fortune has been eaten away by reckless real estate investments, rehab stints, and divorce settlements. Gary is also facing multiple charges for sexual offenses after inappropriately touching some women at a comic festival this year. Terry Polo, born in Delaware, moved to New York at 17 to chase fame and fortune in the acting world. Her first role was in an ABC soap opera called Loving, and she's best known for playing Pam Burns-Fokker in the Meet the Parents trilogy. Terry Polo is quite the sight to behold now. While most media outlets put her net worth at $800,000, Celebrity Net Worth insists she's only worth $200,000. Her Playboy photo shoot reportedly got some doors turned off for her in Hollywood, and as recently as 2014, she had to file for bankruptcy and owed over $800,000 to credit card companies and lawyers. Kelly Rutherford, known for her roles in Generations, Melrose Place, Gossip Girl, and I Love Trouble, has been married twice and divorced just as many times. Her second divorce was unfriendly, with a custody battle won after her lawyer's leak led to her second husband's deportation. Kelly Rutherford had to travel to see her kids. She filed for bankruptcy in 2013, citing $2 million in debt with $500,000 in legal bills. However, the deportation of her ex-husband led a court to grant her custody of her kids, and Kelly Rutherford had to travel to France and Monaco whenever she wanted to see them. She filed for bankruptcy in 2013, claiming she had $2 million in debt, with $500,000 of that being legal bills related to her second divorce. She's currently worth $1 million, and that's not much for a Hollywood veteran like her. Randy Quaid is another member of the Millionaire Club and has been nominated for a Golden Globe, a BAFTA, and even an Academy Award for his standout performance in The Last Detail. He also won a Golden Globe for LBJ, The Early Years, and his performance in Elvis, and A Streetcar Named Desire earned him Emmy nominations. Randy played the role of Russell Cass in Independence Day and Joe in Brokeback Mountain, but despite being in a bunch of iconic movies, he's not as rich as some people think. For a long time, he's had run-ins with the law and has been kicked out of the Actors' Equity Union. He often does not get along with his fellow actors and actresses and has been considered a lunatic since he announced that there was a criminal conspiracy to steal his money and kill him and his wife, as well as other actors. He is currently worth $1 million, and his wild behavior has caused him to run out of job offers. Kim Basinger was briefly a model before moving on to acting, and that has really paid off for this Oscar winner, who has also snagged a Screen Actors Guild Award, a Golden Globe, and even played a Bond girl in Never Say Never Again. She's received praise for movies like Batman, L.A. Confidential, and 8 Mile. Kim Basinger's 2000's low net worth of just $1 million is mostly due to her questionable financial decisions and poor acting choices. She had 9 nominations for the Golden Raspberries. In 1989, on the recommendation of some family members, he spent $20 million to buy 1,700 acres of land in Georgia, with the intention of building studios and other things that would attract tourists in droves. However, the plan was hampered by financial difficulties, and its failure, coupled with the fact that she had to sell the land for $1 million, triggered a rift between her and her family members. In 1993, she walked away from her contractual obligations on a film and was hit with an $8.9 million judgment. She filed for bankruptcy and ended up paying $3.8 million to make the issue go away. Millions of dollars. Tori Spelling, Victoria Davis Spelling, became famous for Beverly Hills 90210, A Friend to Die For, Scary Movie 2, and Kiss the Bride. She has written 6 books to date, focusing on storytelling. Her autobiography was once rated as the best celebrity autobiography. Her father was Aaron Spelling, and movie buffs might know him as the producer of shows like Charlie's Angels from 1976 to 1981, The Love Boat from 1977 to 1986, Dynasty, and Melrose Place from 1992 to 1999. Let's go back to Tori Spelling. In her 6th book, she talks about her financial troubles, blaming poor real estate investments and the cancellation of her reality show for her not-so-great bank balance. Tori was supposed to inherit a significant chunk of her dad's $600 million fortune when he passed away in 2006, but all she got was $800,000 in cash, while her brother got the same amount, and most of the money went to their mom. She's estimated to be worth $1.5 million. Noah Centineo, this Florida guy, landed his first big role in The Fosters, and viewers rewarded him with a Teen Choice Award nomination. In 2018, he appeared in a music video for Havana by Camila Cabello, and shortly after, he earned praise for his role in To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Sierra Burgess is a loser and the perfect date. Noah Centineo's most recent box office hit was in Black Adam, a blockbuster where he plays a being who can alter his size and strength at will. Noah is only 26 years old, and the $2 million he has in the bank is a respectable amount. His career seems to be going great, and if he keeps his head on straight and avoids trying to spend like a millionaire, it's very likely that he'll show up in one of our videos about the richest celebrities in the future. Chloe Bailey is a singer and actress. She teamed up with Halle Bailey, her sister, and as part of Chloe and Halle, they received 5 Grammy nominations. Chloe had minor roles in Fighting Temptations and Let It Shine, but her sister plays the lead role in The Little Mermaid, which Disney is set to release soon. Chloe put on quite a show with her performance of Have Mercy at the 2021 MTV Music Awards, and her first solo album is expected to drop any day now. His annual income is estimated at $35,000, while his net worth has been assessed at $2 million. Stephen Hamill. That name might not ring a bell, but movie buffs and celebrity watchers will remember this guy for playing the lead role in Arrow from 2012 to 2020. He's also played a werewolf in The Vampire Diaries, a prostitute in Hong, and a paramedic in Private Practice. But as we've said, Arrow was by far his most significant role, and it made it possible to create a big and growing Arrowverse. Mosnopai. This guy has fought professionally and is good friends with Cody Rhodes. As for being worth about $2.5 million, it's because Stephen Hamill hasn't been well paid for his roles. During the early seasons of Arrow, he wasn't even the highest paid actor on set. However, in the last season, he was making $125,000 per episode, which is quite a jump from his initial salary of $30,000 per episode. Chris Tucker, remember Friday, the Rush Hour series, and The Fifth Element? Well, Chris Tucker has been in those and more, and he used to be tight with Michael Jackson. He also showed up in Tupac's California Love video. Born in Georgia, Tucker had enough wit and humor as a kid to sink a pleasure boat, and his regular stint in slapstick comedy made him a well-known name in the early 90s. Now, Chris Tucker has earned between $50 and $65 million, and he should be living large. However, he had to sell a couple of his houses, and by 2014, he owed the IRS $14 million. However, poor financial advice and a few mistakes forced him to sell a couple of his homes, take a $4.33 million loss on one of them, and in 2014 to stop being an entrepreneur. Millions of dollars, and in 2014, he was in debt to the IRS for $14 million. That debt has been settled, but he's still not as rich as some people think he is or should be, as his fortune is estimated to be between $3 and $4 million. Sinbad, David Atkins, was born in 1956 in Michigan, the son of a reverend. After college, he served in the Air Force and got into comedy under the name Sinbad. He became popular playing the role of a car salesman on The Cosby Show. By 1993, he had gained enough popularity to star in his own show, and over the years, he's been in movies like Jingle All the Way, The Cherokee Kid, and Houseguest. Now, Sinbad might be worth $4 million, but it hasn't always been smooth sailing for him. He filed for bankruptcy in 2009, and that same year, the state of California put him on its list of the 10 worst tax debtors for owing $2.5 million in taxes. His 2009 bankruptcy filing was dismissed because it was submitted incorrectly, and he refiled in 2013, declaring that he had a debt of $10.99 million and assets of $131,000, along with a monthly income of $16,000. Since those dark times, Sinbad has managed to grow his net worth to $4 million. Mel B. We said this lady is spicy, and that's just how she is as a standout member of the Spice Girls. The Spice Girls are the best-selling girl group of all time, and it's estimated that they made $800 million by the late 90s, just from sponsorship deals and merchandise. Now Mel B is the poorest member of the group. She's said to have earned over $30 million throughout her career with the Spice Girls and as a solo artist, but she only has $6 million left. Part of the money went to buying an armored Cadillac Escalade, an armored Land Rover, an armored Mercedes-Benz Clase S, plus a Ferrari California and a Bentley Continental GTC. She also spent over £1 million on jewelry, £1 million on a private island off the coast of Virginia, and lavish vacations for herself and her kids, not to mention designer clothes. A real army of staff. His first divorce cost him £1.6 million, and the second one set him back $6.5 million. She has also appeared in several films, including Chocolate City Vegas Strip. Now, unlike these actors, some like Tom Cruise, Dwayne Johnson, and Tyler Perry are worth over $350 million. Check out this video to meet the 20 richest actors in 2022. See you there.